Hi guys, my name is Judith and today I'm going to be demonstrating a simple procedure on how to make one of the best homemade roasted chicken that you have ever tasted. So I'm going to be making a 3 to 4 pound chicken fryer. I really don't think that the fryers and the boilers and the roasters are any different. I think if you just have a whole chicken, that's fine. The key to making a really good tasting chicken, a really juicy chicken, is having a good rub of spices on the chicken, and most importantly, marinating or keeping the dry rub on the chicken in the refrigerator for at least 24 hours. That is going to make the chicken come out really juicy and really beautiful. All the sodium and everything would get absorbed into the chicken. So far as ingredients to make a good dry rub, two things that you need the most. You need about 2 teaspoons of salt, but I would keep it at 1.5, depending on your tolerance for sodium. I'll keep it at 1.5 just because I want to add a chicken bouillon mix to my recipe. So this is 1 teaspoon of salt into the bowl, and I'll add another half. Another thing that is really important is to have 1 teaspoon of sugar, just to balance out the salt, give the chicken a little sweetness. So I'm gonna have 1 teaspoon of sugar in there. And then the rest really is all up to you. Another thing that I think that you should have at almost all costs, just because of the color of the chicken and the flavor and the fragrance, I think it's really important to have cinnamon in your dry chicken mix. So not half a spoon, but maybe like 1/4 of a spoon or 1/8 of a spoon will do the trick. And the rest is really all up to you. Today I really want to make like a garlic herb chicken. So I have right here, I have like 1/2 a cup or 1/2 of a large onion grated right here. So I'm gonna add this to the mix. I have like 5 cloves of garlic, 5 cloves of garlic grated as well. So that is going into the mix as well. And then I'm just going to add other spices to my liking. So right now I have oregano, since I'm going to make it like a herb garlic mix. So oregano is going to go in there. And I said put this to how strong or how weak you like it. So I'm just going to have a generous sprinkling of these into my mix. I have some rosemary. I have cilantro. I have some ginger. And you don't have to, if you don't want it to taste, as I said, this is all up to you. After you have the salt, sugar, and cinnamon, the rest of the spices is really all up to you. But from there, it's gonna come out tasting beautifully anyway. This is some basil. And then I have some I'm just going all out on the dry herbs here, so feel free to eliminate as much as you want. This is some parsley. And then I'm going to put in some black pepper. And some cumin. Lastly, I'm going to put in a chicken bouillon mix, like a paste. So this product is by Better Than Bouillon. It's an organic chicken base. So this is a better alternative than using chicken cubes, just because there's no MSG in this, and this is all organic. 1 teaspoon of this is equivalent to about 1 cube of a bouillon. So I'm going to use this one as well in my mix. And all I really have to do at this point is throw my chicken in there and mix it generously, both the inside and the outside. I'm going to wash my hands so that way I can put my chicken in there without getting anything dirty. And then I will put my chicken in the mix and do it how you want it. I mean, you can decide to mix it first and then put your chicken in there. Either of them would work really. So this is just me mixing my seasons up, then I'm putting my chicken in there. Getting my chicken all nice and comfortable in this beautiful, wonderful herbs and onions and garlic. I said if you want to go ahead and taste your seasonings if you like it. Sometimes I can taste it to see how much salt it has. It's a little on the salty side. It's quite garlicky, but that's what I was going for. So a lot of garlic here. Obviously, when you cook it, it's not gonna come out tasting raw, but. So get your chicken saturated in the season as much as you can. Get as much of it on the chicken, and then open the cavity of the chicken and stuff as much seasoning as you can in there. So that would keep the seasoning all around the chicken. If you can get it under the skin anywhere, get it under the skin as well. Just try to get it in as many places for as long as you can. So when you're done bathing the chicken with all the spices, just go ahead, either put this in the bowl or put it back in a Ziploc bag like I brought it out of, and let it sit in the refrigerator for about 24 hours. If the chicken will let me. So there, back in the Ziploc bag, and I'm just going to go ahead and rinse it so that way it's not nasty in the refrigerator. So there you have it. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, and I'm going to have this. I'm going to show you guys tomorrow how I'm going to roast it and timing and how it turns out. All right, you guys have a good day. Bye. Hey guys, so this is about the roasted chicken. This is about 18 hours later approximately. I was going to live for one day, but I really need to eat this chicken right now. So I'm going to roast it in something called a nuwave oven, and I'm not paid by this company to advertise. I just really like it. I've used it for a while, and I use it to roast everything from chicken and grill from fish, every single thing, vegetables. Anyway, so I'm going to put this in the oven. First of all, I'm going to put it breast side down for about 15 minutes. Then I'll flip it for another 15 minutes and flip it one more time. So I cook it for a total of 45 minutes. I've cooked it like that before and it worked out well. So you may want to cook it a little less or more. And it came out perfectly juicy. So this is the chicken, breast side down for about 15 minutes. So 15 minutes, flip it to the other side, another 15 minutes, flip it back, so breast side down again, another 15 minutes. And then after it's ready, I let it sit. You have to let it sit for at least 10 minutes so that way the meat reabsorbs all the juices. So as soon as it's done, don't just go ahead and cut it first, because all the juices in the meat are going to run out, and you don't want to do that. You want the meat to keep the juices in so that way it's nice and juicy. Anyway, so I'm just gonna put on my nuwave oven, and I'll let you guys know when it's done and when I'm ready to taste. Alright guys. Okay. Thanks, guys, so this is the chicken after the first 15 minutes. As you can see, the top is kind of burned, but I kept it a little too close to the heating element in my oven. So I don't remember the last time I did it. I think I used a shorter rack, which today I used a bigger rack, so that pushed it higher. So if you're gonna do this with the oven, use a smaller rack so that way you can get something evenly cooked. But anyway, that doesn't still take away from the chicken, because it's just the back of the chicken, and as you can see on the inside, everything is so nice and cooked. So I'm just going to use a pair of tongs and flip it. Bear in mind, I'm trying to flip it while holding the camera, so that should be a little complex. Okay, there we go. So this is what it looks like flipped. I'm gonna cook it for an extra 15 minutes this way, and then I'm flipping one more time, maybe cook it for like 10 minutes. Maybe I'll cook it longer in this direction so that way I can save the back, because it already started to burn. Alright, thanks guys. Bye. Okay guys, this is the chicken. I let it cook 20 minutes on this side, just because I wanted to cook it for 10 minutes on the other side, since I overcooked the skin in the first instance. So it's looking pretty. This is how it should look after you're done with the other side. So you want it to be nice and brown, but not in any way burnt. The skin should be nice and crisp, as you can hear it touching it. But it's coming exactly how I want it to come. If you look at the cavity of the chicken, there's still a lot of juice in it. So if I turn it upside down, I know some juice is gonna fall out, but that's okay. I'll have to turn this one. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna turn it again. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, but it has some juices running out, but we don't want everything to run out, so I want to keep it the way it is and let it cook for an extra 10 minutes, and then we'll let it sit in the oven for 10 minutes longer or more before I eat it. All right guys, thanks, and I'll show you the final result when I'm done. Bye. Okay guys, so here is my chicken after I was done cooking it. As I said, most importantly, you have to let it rest for at least 10 minutes after it's cooked. So after it's cooked, so that way it can reabsorb the juices. So now I'm going to go ahead and just slice into the chicken. As you can see, it's still really juicy. You can see it's a really juicy piece of meat, and even though it's nice and crisp on the outside, the inside is really nice and cooked properly. And this is the inside. And it tastes as perfect as it looks too, so I'm really happy with the result. So that's my tutorial for today. Hopefully this helps somebody if you've been trying to know how to roast a full chicken. Alright you guys, I'm just gonna have lunch because I'm famished. Take care, bye.